Welcome everybody to a look at the third film in the directed by David Lean Volume 1 box set from Imprint, which is, as you can see. And yeah, it's from 1945 and it is called Blithe Spirit. So this is a supernatural black comedy film, which again is another completely different kind of tone and genre to the previous two. You know, the first one was a war film, the second one was a drama. And yeah, this clock's in at 96 minutes long, so it's got quite a good cast, but I've not seen everyone in the in films before. So it stars Rex Harrison, who I've not seen anything else from before. Does star Constance Cummings, who was in the likes of The Criminal Code, Behind the Mask, and The Intimate Stranger. It also stars Kay Hammond, who again I've not seen anything else from before. And finally, Margaret Rufford, who I've only seen in Passport to Pimlico, although she was most well known for doing several Miss Marple films that were loosely adapted from Agatha Christie novels. So yeah, this is about an English mystery novelist who invites a medium to his home so she may conduct a séance for a small gathering. The writer hopes to gather enough material for his book that he's working on, as well as to expose the medium as a charlatan. However, proceedings take an unexpected turn, resulting in a chain of supernatural events being set into motion that wreak havoc on the man's present marriage. So, much like with this Happy Breed, this has a primarily singular setting and is in lavish Technicolor. But this is an entirely different genre, like I said, while also having a much different tone to that film, as well as In Which We Serve. That said, it is predominantly entertaining due to it having plenty of laughs, and it is also mostly engaging. The cast, though good, is completely overshadowed by the superb Margaret Rufford, who dominates every scene she is in with her wit, charm, and presence. You can certainly see why this kick-started her career into high gear. She was in films before this, but it just definitely feels like this is the film that put her on the map and therefore, you know, put her into more leading roles rather than just supporting roles, which this is a supporting role in this one. But yeah, like I said, she dominates it so much that she's easily the most memorable part of this film. It is also well paced. The Technicolor format is used effectively as, yeah, it depicts these supernatural elements, particularly a couple of ghosts in green. Not sure if that was ever done beforehand, but obviously green quickly became an associated colour with ghostly figures and such and such. You know, you look at Ghostbusters, for instance. So yeah, that's really rather effective. The production overall is solid, especially when it comes to the special effects, and it is well shot. And yeah, I do feel like the Technicolor format for this film is certainly a lot more suitable than it was with this Happy Breed. This Happy Breed looked excellent in the Technicolor format, but being only really a drama that is character driven, didn't feel entirely necessary, although it did lend some realism to that film. But with this being, you know, ghostly figures and special effects and such like that, it does feel a lot more fitting, quite frankly. So yeah, and yeah, overall a decent enough film, 3.5 out of 5. Not blown away by it, but yeah, Margaret Rufford, the technical format and the special effects do ultimately help make this a more than watchable effort. And there is the disc. And on the extras, we've got 1080p high definition presentation. Once again, looks and sounds really good. No issues at all there. Then you got Blithe Spirit and Appreciation interview with Professor Menelene Williams, who is author of David Lean, and that's from 2025. Then we have the South Bank Show and retrospective of No Coward, hosted by Melvin Bragg from 1992, and a theatrical trailer. So yeah, they're talking about No Coward there because he is obviously the producer of this film. Pretty sure he's the narrator as well, although he was uncredited at the time. So, yeah, overall, a fairly solid effort. Not quite the high of this Happy Breed, but neither is it as low in terms of in which we serve. So, somewhere in the middle ground there, I guess you could say. Nonetheless, though, thank you for watching. If you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.